This is Stephen Floats and Drop Beat Dad.
Slight. I feel like I'm at the dentist's office. It's like this giant white light behind the camera.
Well, it's just, I'm so sick of, like, the exposure just going, like, you know, super bright, super dark and stuff, so I wanted to be a little bit controlled here. Yeah, sorry we've been away. Apparently they dropped, like, 1 million episodes on us, so we're just trying to catch up here. Yeah, we're doing these two together because, I mean, I don't think there's a ton to talk about. I think it makes sense just to sort of lap them together.
First one was about donuts and flying.
Mm-hmm. Second one's about sour cream and dancing.
So it's I see a theme: food plus
movement.
Yes.
So that's it. Bye. No. So pretty much, first episode, Steven finds out he floats. They all float. Finds out he can float. He's very slowly falling to the ground, and they try to figure out how to bring him down.
That was like a bad dream.
I know it's a good
dreams
dream.
Where it's just like
I mean, I know you're talking about where it's like you're up in the air, like you're trying to get away, you're trying to move, but you can't, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I kind of know what you're talking, kind of like swimming almost, except like in the air. I know what you're talking about. But he wants to get to his fresh donut. Or, as they say in the show, fresh.
I do like that, though, because donuts are the most sensual of all the fried, yeasty doughs.
Donuts are amazing. Yeah.
So, a good donut should be like a sexual experience.
Yes, I very much agree.
And definitely creamy.
Right down to there's a gooey hole that you can... Anyway. So...
The less said about... chocolate, though, the better. A fudge filling, just, I don't know.
I don't know where this is going, but anyway, so that's that episode. Then we have a Drop Beat Dad, which is pretty much exactly what you think it's gonna be, except just with sour cream, who... I never realized how funny that name is until they just keep saying it over and over. It's like, oh, sour cream, what do you know about... I'm like, that does sound funny every time they say it.
He's got a French relative, you know. Creme fraiche.
You mean creme fraiche.
Fraiche.
So, his dad, real dad, comes into town because apparently Onion's dad is his stepdad, which is really fascinating. I wouldn't have guessed that because they really look alike and they have the similar, like, skin tone and everything and similar hair, but it's like, nope, stepdad, apparently. So, his dad comes back into town, does... everything that the deadbeat dad story goes through. He thinks he's going to be there. He thinks everything's going to be all right. But then it turns out, you know, he's just trying to use him. And he figures it out at the end, sends him away. And then just this huge bombshell that they're suddenly millionaires, apparently. So,
yeah,
that'll be interesting.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know.
I mean, we'll see where they go with it. Maybe it's not real. Maybe it was like a fake out or something, but it'd be a weird fake out.
It's like early in the morning and I'm still drinking my coffee, so I haven't woken up quite yet. But I feel like that's one of those things where I like blinked for a second. Was like, wait, did I just see that?
Yeah, like apparently.
Like,
I hope they don't go the Roseanne route, because
$10
that's when the show went downhill. Is when Roseanne won the lottery and they became millionaires. Yeah, so the first episode, like you said, is kind of dreamlike, and I like that. It's one of those where it's like, okay, he has this cool power, and this is kind of a fluff episode. It's just sort of showing, okay, now he has this ability. It's once again tied to his emotions, which is done all the time. But it's a good cliche in my opinion. I mean, you see it like in Akira and Frozen. It's done everywhere. But I'm
trying to remember. Is there a reason they didn't try to just pull him down?
No, they tried. They tried weighing him down, but the weight wouldn't move him.
I guess that just seems like overkill when I never saw them once just try to grab him by the legs and just pull him
but again, the force won't move him. Force is not going to, whether it be pull or push, it's not
I'm just saying
him.
It would have made more sense before dropping a fucking boat on him to just try to pull him down by the legs.
Bottom line, it didn't work. So, once again, tied to his emotions, done to death, and if it was done in a lesser show or in a bad way, I'd be like, oh, come on, I'm sick of this. But they usually do it well, and he even makes the joke that it's like, just like all of my powers, for God's sake. I'll say one funny thing. My wife, before she went to work, she was watching a little bit of it, and at the line where he's trying to think of happy emotions, he says, Mom, and he goes, those emotions are complicated, and she goes and says, why is that complicated? Because she doesn't watch the show, and I'm just like, it's complicated. I tried explaining it.
Just gonna have to trust us.
Yeah, I tried explaining it, and I don't think I did a good job. She just sort of went, oh, okay.
I will say this. The one thing I remember is the only time Ronaldo tried to do something useful, pouring that guac soda over the chips.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, that actually made sense.
I love the idea of the guac soda. I think that is very funny. Guacamole is sort of like the new red velvet. It's like, we always kind of go in these shifts. There's always like, I mean, pumpkin is always fall, but
food trends.
Yeah, there
There's
was
always
like,
food trends.
yeah, there was kind of clear stuff for a while, like with Crystal
Cream-free.
Pepsi. Yeah, then there was cookie dough that was everywhere, and then like red velvet was everywhere, and yeah, cupcakes. Now it's guacamole. Seems to
the
be
teenies,
all over
the chocolate teenies, the apple teenies.
Yeah, all the teenies. Yeah, so yeah, so I thought that was very funny, but everything else with the episode, while it's fine, I just felt like it didn't bring anything that new nor to a character that you really cared that much about. I mean, was anyone like, I want to know sour cream story? Well, what's going on with him, kind of thing. But I mean, it's fine. I mean, these stories of the deadbeat dad seem to be more and more common. And I always feel like somebody, like whoever's
with
writing
all the dad hate, huh?
No, I was gonna say, I get the feeling that the people that write these episodes, either went through something like that or know somebody that did something. It's just like, I really want to stick it to that asshole. I'm gonna write it around this asshole and make him kind of look like the villain and stuff like that. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of deadbeat dads, there's deadbeat moms, there's deadbeat everybody. But
this is deadbeats. A lot of deadbeats.
But, yeah, I do kind of feel like this sort of story's done a lot where they think it's going to work and then they go back to their old ways. It's like, no, I should just cut it off.
My favorite line was 80% of Germans have a career in DJing.
Oh, that was musicians.
No, I thought he said Germans. Maybe it's earlier. Maybe
I was gonna say Germans. I don't even like if that's a joke. It's like surreal.
German.
But
I thought it was Germans, but man.
Oh, now everyone's gonna go back and be like, what was that joke? It makes sense if it's musicians. Germans doesn't make sense, but I kind of...
Honestly, I thought funnier. Germans did make sense.
Does it? That they're DJs?
I don't know. Well, when I think of
thing?
German industrial music and the nightclub scene. And have you
maybe?
ever been to Berlin?
But why were they talking about Germans? I don't remember that. I'm totally blank on this now.
Early in the morning. I wish I were high. That would This is what I know. Like, me in the morning is like just me being high. I just have no idea where I am, and I'm just like, ugh.
I was gonna say, because we both get up. I mean, you get up earlier than me to drop your wife off, but I mean, I
was up before the sun came up.
Yeah, I mean, I usually get up like 6 or 7, something like that. I'm just more.
But I also have not had coffee yet today, which is a huge problem. And I can tell you that right now, it's a huge problem.
Over there. Well,
I know. I was waiting for it to cool down. The second this camera shuts off, I will drink it. So why don't you just shut the effing camera off so I can get my goddamn coffee?
Okay. Coffee is good. We've learned that.
Yes!
The last thing I'll say about the two episodes, because again, I think they're both fine. I like the falling one a little bit more, and the reason I like it a little bit more is not only is it dreamlike, I love the shots of the clouds in this, and I love the angles they get when he's up in the air, particularly early on.
It's still a very pretty show.
Yeah, I like it when a show or movie or anything can legitimately capture being in the air, and they can do it very simply. Miyazaki's very good at that. You see that like in Kiki's Delivery Service and stuff, where you really feel like you're in the air. And I love it when they can really
when he was falling. I did shout, "Haku, I knew you were good." Just kept thinking the Spirited Away.
Well, and those clouds, those are very strange clouds, because there's sort of these solid lines, but then sort of these little brushes, like almost like these erase strokes that are in there. And it's like, how do you make that kind of 3-dimensional, and layered and stuff? And they do a good job. I thought they actually made them look very nice and very cool.
Artwork, being good at what you do. It's
weird.
I don't know. I guess I wasn't into how did they do that. I was like, oh, it's pretty.
No, I mean, it's because those clouds are so strangely designed. They're not all soft. They're not all hard. There's just these very, very unique
paintings.
designs.
How did they do that? Well, you take a brush and some paint and
you say that, but you ever tried it? It's tough.
Yes, I've actually tried painting before.
Not everybody's Bob Ross.
Hey, that man was
Netflix.
the Da Vinci of his time, all right?
And he's on Netflix.
I still like him better than Thomas Kincaid any day.
Oh, fuck yes. With No, I don't like Thomas Kincaid, so I'm not going to say anything nice. I don't know him. I just don't like his artwork.
I'm sorry. The Master of Light.
Yeah, maybe it's the hype. Maybe it's the fact that he, quote unquote, earned this, title. And it's like,
I just always
this
felt
is the
that,
Master of Light, really?
See, Bob Ross didn't seem full of himself. It
No,
just
he
seemed
seemed
like,
very kind.
you know what? I want an excuse to get high and get other people to meditate by just painting whatever. And he was pretty decent at it.
Yeah, and he was very much like, whatever you want to do. I don't think he self-proclaimed himself anything, but again, we're getting really off topic. So.
Whatever you want to do, if you want to paint your own happy little picture with a woman undressing that you're spying on her, then you can do that.
People did so many parodies of that, and they're mostly very funny. But yeah, so that's the 2 episodes. I know you want us to get to these other ones because everyone's like, have you seen the newest episodes? All sorts of shit goes down. So hopefully we'll get to even more shit going down outside of them becoming millionaires. I hope that goes okay. I mean, people seem to be talking positive about it, so hopefully it's good. But I mean, I always feel like that's usually not the best idea. But we'll see. The show has done a lot of good stuff, so maybe they get some
done.
good stuff.
I'm getting coffee.
He's getting coffee.
Coffee. I'm enjoying my coffee!
He's enjoying his coffee. It's good.
Yes.